What's up, everybody? This is your boy Eddie Jacks from the Drop That Podcast, and let's get into it. This is about hip hop. This episode is gonna be solely on fucking hip hop. I was gonna make an episode diving into the new release the surprise release by J. Cole. Might delete later. Here's my thing. He gave us a 7-minute drill, which was a direct solely diss track to Kendrick Lamar. For Kendrick Lamar's feature on Future and Metro Boomin's track, Like That. And I heard it. It has a break off of 2 different beats. I mean, he's dissing his catalog. I mean, he's not even going back to Section 80. He's actually dissing. He gave flowers to Good Kid, Mad City. He basically shitted on To Pimp a Butterfly. Basically said that we were asleep while this was going on or some shit. He said he was on his prime with Damn. But then he called Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers shit. Okay. It's interesting. This is the angle that he went. And this project was like, what? 12, 14 tracks. Good album. So, I like a few tracks on there. I like Crocodile Tears. That's like my favorite one. But how do I rate this record that he didn't even do a diss verse. He didn't do a feature dissing Kendrick. He did a song. And was this like, oh shit? No, I took this as like it was a jab. A jab with the weak hand, not a strong hand. So I was like, all right, so hopefully J. Cole got something else coming. But this was a surprise because we're here waiting for the album to fall off. We're not prepared for an album that just came out of nowhere called Might Delete Later. Now let's fast forward. He did his Dreamville Fest in North Carolina, and then he went in front of the crowd, sat on a bar stool like he was a comedian, and explained what he did with 7-minute drill, the Kendrick Lamar diss. He called that. He said he was losing sleep. This is not who he is. He loves Kendrick Lamar. He calls him one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a mic. Pause. Apparently he regrets putting out the diss record to Kendrick Lamar. And he said, hey man, this, it ran me the wrong way. This is why I did it. I'm sorry. This is not who I am. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna, I ain't doing this no more. It's about hip hop, music, whatever, and all that. You feel a certain way. I apologize, take your best shot, whatever. So he's basically tapping out, but he's still, if Kendrick still feels a certain way about it, hey, do your thing. Now, a lot of people are shitting on J. Cole about what he did. And some people even question, oh, is he the big 3 now? Because he did that? I don't shit on J. Cole what for damn, okay? One of my favorite albums from him was 2014 Forest Hills Drive, okay? At that time it debuted at number 1, and it was the first platinum album from a hip hop artist to go platinum in 25 years with no features, okay? Now, he even called himself the Muhammad Ali out of the big 3. I don't know if this plays a fact. I don't even know if that's an accurate statement anymore after what he did, after what he said. Okay, I can understand, like, some people don't want it to, go that far. As far as like, You know, you see diss records, and then, you know, they want to take it to the streets. They start blasting and all that shit. People start losing their lives. We lost a lot of motherfucking MCs over the years over some bullshit. And it went into the streets before it even could get on music, which was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's what would have happened with J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. All I'm saying is we lost a lot of motherfuckers on the way. I see the accurate point of J. Cole's. You know, we lost motherfuckers way too soon. You know what I mean? Like Pop Smoke, Nipsey Hussle, King Von, Young Dolph, what was homie name? PNB Rock, and the list goes on. We lost a lot of motherfuckers over the years, and then we didn't need to. You know what I'm saying? Over dumb shit. You know? And I get it. But we've been gassed up by J. Cole for all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, you trying to prove you're the best. This is lyrical sparring. This is hip-hop. We all do it. You know what I'm saying? It's simple diss records. We're not talking about, you know, Drake, the so-called big three, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole. They're all fathers. They got kids. Nobody's talking about their fucking kids. You know what I mean? I know it got a little dicey when it came down to Pusha T and Drake. But Drake set the rules. He said there was no rules in this shit. I'm dissing everyone. I'm dissing your brother. I'm dissing your wife. All right, so everything's on the table. So Pusha T, I'm dissing your mama, your daddy, your baby mama. Yes, I'm going to mention your son, your dying best friend. No rules in hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that's what Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole were doing, but this is lyrical sparring. You know what I'm saying? Who is the best out of the big three? J. Cole just literally self-eliminated himself from that debate now. Do we care what the fall off is going to be about? Because I'm here when I'm watching this. You know, J. Cole, you know, speaks his explanation of what he was feeling, dissing Kendrick and, you know, regretting it afterwards. Personally, I thought this was a rollout. Was this to help? Like, it's either two things went in my head with this one, right? Two things I had a thought of. One, is this a fucking rollout because the album is called Might Delete Later? Like, I might regret this later, so I might delete it later. Not sure if I want to put this out. Kind of sounded like a rollout. Or second, nobody was fucking with this diss record. Yeah, we hear what you're saying, but here's what Kendrick was saying in one verse. Here's what Cole was saying in a song. Sorry, Cole, that ain't it. That ain't it. Now we gotta wait for Drake to respond. Let's see what you got. I don't think Drake's gonna go on a fucking front of a crowd in a concert and say, hey, I regret dissing Kendrick. Let's make a collaboration again. No. We don't want to hear another poetic justice. Sorry. We want to hear who's the best. Kendrick is coming out to say, I'm the fucking best. Prove me wrong. And apparently nobody wants to prove him wrong. We hear we're talking bullshit. My thing is, now that Cole said this, Cole can't go back. He can't go back and reframe what he said. I can't be like, hey, I dissed you, Kendrick. Hey, I regret dissing you, Kendrick. Hey, I retract my previous statement. I'm gonna diss you again. No, nobody gives a fuck now. So now this big three just became a one-on-one with Drake and Kendrick to see who's the best. So, if that's the case, Drake, let's see what you got. But I'm your boy Eddie Jackson. This is the Drop That Podcast. You can find us on youtube.com/@DropThatPodcast. Hit that subscribe button, like the page, come join the conversation, and salute to our sponsor, LaidBackTV.com. You can find them on LaidBackTV.com, LaidBackTV.com, and on Instagram, official_LaidBackTV. And you can download it on Androids, iPhones, and Fire Sticks. They're the #1 fucking app that's coming to slaughter everyone. Only $25 a month, 10,000 fucking channels over, movies on demand, and every sports channel. And you can tell them your boy Eddie Jack sent you. I fucking dare you. I'm your boy Eddie Jackson. You guys have a good evening. Peace.